Jelani can't get his life back. We can't get Jelani back. This officer is still here. So to me, that's unfair. For now, you guys want to do something when y'all didn't do nothing then. Something should have been done 2 years ago when Jelani was gunned down in broad daylight in Midtown. In busy Midtown at that. Nobody has spoken out about it for the last 2 years until something happens. Now that this officer has been injured, oh, now it's a big deal with these Waterboys. It wasn't then when my son's life was taken.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT time. PGT time. Tune in on PGT time. PGT time. Come join us on PGT time. PGT time. Join us on PGT time. PGT time. Yeah.
In order for y'all to do what God is calling y'all to do, to take y'all platform for it to plateau and it can go to levels that you never seen, they'll best believe it's gonna come with devils.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like they know what I'm gonna say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody gonna clean it up.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Hey y'all know I be messing stuff up here sometimes. What's good, y'all? What's good in your city, baby? Is good over here on my block, over here ATL. But guess what we gonna do? We gonna run that first clip back one more again, because I want y'all to understand what y'all got here tonight on PGT time. Okay, Mika ain't playing. Mika's not playing tonight. She gives like 0. Y'all know what I'm gonna say tonight. And I love it. And I love her. And I'm glad that she is here on PGT time. Because, baby, this story was crazy. Crazy. Rest in peace to JALANNI. PLESS. Let's get this show started.
Jelani can't get his life back. We can't get Jelani back. This officer is still here. So to me, that's unfair. For now, you guys want to do something when y'all didn't do nothing then. Something should have been done 2 years ago when Jelani was gunned down in broad daylight in Midtown. In busy Midtown at that. Nobody has spoken out about it for the last 2 years until something happens. Now that this officer has been injured, oh, now it's a big deal with these Waterboys. It wasn't then when my son's life was taken.
All right, y'all. Now, y'all know I cannot continue this show without my homie, my boy, my brother from another mother, Mr. Jason.
Yeah.
We bring another family.
You ever notice how we sit? We sit like we block each other's actual picture. So then it's just like.
Yes, I noticed that once before. I sure did. And I meant to tell you. But that's dope.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Anywho, hey,
See
what
me
up?
in oh.
You see, right. What up, though, y'all? How y'all doing, man? I see y'all in the building. Audra, Joyce, we got our family, our people's in the building, and then welcome into the new people, the family, and everyone else that's tapping in to join to hear about this story.
Yes, thank y'all so much. It's most appreciative. Hey, Miss Joyce. She said hello, watching from Atlanta, Georgia. My Atlanta people that's watching tonight. Right now, I know for sure Miss Joyce and Audra. I'm more than sure they have heard about this story. Everybody in Atlanta. I don't know not one person in Atlanta that don't know about the Waterboys. Okay? They hustle. They try to get their bread. And people be mad. People be upset and angry. They really do. Because these young men have found a hustle. They ain't doing nothing bad. It's not illegal or anything like that. It's just you got ignorant people. Ignorant people, may I
Right.
repeat, that do crazy things. And it causes people lives. And that's what this story is about tonight. So, Jason, I'm gonna let you say your little spiel before we pull up the family.
You know the vibes. Hey, man, I want to give a big shout out to everyone that's joining us tonight. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, hit the like buttons wherever you are, whatever platform you're on, whether it is TikTok, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up or hit that like button. Now, also, if you're brand new, hit the follow button. So if you over on any of the other platforms, make sure you hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so when we do go live, you know exactly what's going on and you don't miss a beat. Lastly, look, I know that we're in the world of using our phones to watch everything and we get, boggled with doing that. I'm gonna alleviate that for you guys. We're on your Roku enabled devices, whether that's a TV and or box, right? Your Roku box and or TV. Now, all you got to do is go search us at PTT Time, and that's time spelled with a Y, TYME. So just like how you search for Hulu, just like how you search for Netflix, Prime, all of those different, programs, you can search for us the exact same way. So not only can you watch this show live, you can watch all of our previous shows as well. Now, I always forget, not necessarily forget to say that, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to start adding in, not only do you get to watch the Wednesday nights on Roku, you can also watch all of the other ones as well. So make sure you tap in. We are always streaming PGT Time, that is, and make sure that you are following us. Now, before we jump into this, we have something going down in August. That's August 10th. You definitely want to be at the Stonecrest Mall in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll be doing a rally for Stop the Violence, Domestic and Gun Violence, right? It's the first annual Stop the Violence campaign. We will be in attendance as all of us, myself, Peachy, Pooley, all of us will be there. And then we'll be having special guests as well as performances. So make sure that you come tap in. We'll be standing right out front of Foot Locker in the Stonecrest Mall. And again, August 10th, starting at 12 p.m., going to about good 3 p.m. We're going to have some amazing things there, right? Notifying you guys about all the things that you need to know about awareness. So make sure you tap in with us.
Yes. And don't forget, we also are accepting donations before, during, and after.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Oh, and then also shout out to my love to everybody over on Instagram. We see you guys over on Instagram rocking with us.
Twitter, Twitch. We see
British
y'all. We see
Queen, we
y'all.
see you.
And YouTube and Facebook. Is that everything? And Roku
That's
TV.
everywhere.
That's everywhere. All right, y'all. Let's get this show started. Let me take that down. I was trying to keep up, Jason. I was trying to keep up, but it just seemed like I couldn't keep up fast enough.
It's okay. It's okay.
But yes, y'all, it's a free event. On top of that, it's a free event. All right, y'all. Shout out to more people. Fred is out there watching. Shout out to Fred. We got
Mhm.
Tasha Moore in the building. Hey, y'all, from the Nasty Grand Rapids. Yes, that's Saginaw. If y'all didn't know, Saginaw.
Mhm.
This is Taj and Thea. Hey, Taj and Thea, friend. We
Ashe,
just
Ashe.
I see you, sis. BG, what's up? You know you always here with us, BG, and we love you. We love you. Harbario is in the building, and also Lawrence. He goes by Morel. Mayor, one of them. All right, let's get started. We finna go ahead and bring up our guest, baby. We about to bring up our guest. We have in the building the mother of JALANNI, PLESS. Here we go. Hi, boo. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all told you we was gonna make you laugh tonight. So how y'all doing tonight? Thank y'all so much for coming. But first, Tamika, we gotta bring up Shay just as well. We gotta bring up Shay. Hey Shay, boo, how you doing, girl? Now Shay got some kids in the background, so she gonna be on mute. She said.
Don't get my time like that.
There she go. There she go. Hey Shay, thank you so much. I really
Hey,
appreciate
y'all.
you being here tonight. And then Mika, you have your friend next to you just as well.
Nobody.
We said that ain't nobody. That is your friend. Friend, thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. Support is always the best thing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And Mika and Shay, thank you for trusting me and Jason with your son and your brother's story. So thank you. So let's get started, girl. Let's get started. Your peoples is out there watching. They are out there supporting you tonight, along with your family that's with you tonight. And we're gonna get started with we're gonna start with this video clip, okay? We're gonna start with this video clip. When we come back, we want to know all about Jelani before we get into the details on what happened, okay? All right, here we go.
Now working to raise awareness about teen gun violence after they say an 18-year-old was shot and killed during a fight with another teen over $10. That story shocking the community, with thousands of you expressing your condolences on our Facebook page. Latasha Gibbons has the latest.
What's that? Just of your emergency? Man, my brother just got shot. We need an ambulance. He not moving, but he just laying on the ground, bro.
This is part of the 911 call released by police, made moments after 18-year-old JALANNI PLESS was shot and killed last Saturday in Midtown while selling bottled water. JALANNI's friend told his family he and another teen selling water got into a fight over a $10 bill a customer gave to JALANNI instead of him. Thursday, JALANNI's family, along with activists, returned to the area to raise awareness about teens and gun violence. TOMEKA PLESS, JALANNI's mother, was too emotional to talk, but his little sister, Makira Brown, shared the agony over losing her big brother. She also has a message for the juvenile police have issued an arrest warrant for.
It's hard losing your best friend. It's hard losing the closest thing to you, your protector, your brother, the closest thing to you. You only 3 years younger than me. Please just turn yourself in.
So when I heard about this murder, man, it just set me off a little bit.
Keith Lewis, founder of I'm a Father First, sponsors the Corner Boys to help organize teens who want to sell water during the summer. He says the group pays a flat $50 to each teen, regardless of how much they sell, so they don't have to fight over territory or become too aggressive when approaching customers. Stephen Moore, JALANNI's uncle, wants the city to provide more programs to Atlanta teens.
Instead of being out here on the corner, having territorial fights and killing and shooting each other over $1 or $1. It's just senseless, man.
GBI records don't track the number of teens over 18 who die from gun violence, but officials say based on current cases, the number of children up to the age of 17 dying due to gun violence is trending higher in 2020 than this time last year. This is based on preliminary data.
And according to GBI records, at least 21 children have died from gun violence in Georgia this year. The youngest victim just 5 years old, and at least 13 of those victims were Black.
All right, Mika.
Okay.
I want y'all to understand that this ain't easy. And this for everybody that's out there watching. What Mika is doing here tonight is not easy. And me and Jason never take for granted at all. At all. We have been doing this for 3 years now. Having a family up here, having to relive this moment, including with me playing clips. And that's just clip number 2. So we played clip number 1. So, Mika, I want you to know, baby, I do not take this for granted at all, whatsoever. I thank you and I appreciate you. I really do. And at the end of the day, this is keeping your baby name alive and spreading awareness. So let's get started. Let us know about Jelani with his handsome son. Oh my goodness. When you start sending me them pictures, I was like, oh my God, he is so handsome. Pretty as eyes. I mean, let us know about your son. Was this your firstborn son?
Yes, I found out I was pregnant with Jelani a week before my 21st birthday. So just imagine how livid I was.
You
Upset.
straight.
Highly upset. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. I ain't even gonna lie to get drunk. I was excited. I told Grady I was gonna blow them up. If I told the lady that I actually was going somewhere with one of my closest friends, and I ended up throwing up that morning. So I knew something was wrong. So I went to Grady. And I told the lady, I was like, well, if you tell me what I think you finna tell me, I'm finna blow this building up. So she turned the computer around and looked at me. I looked up. She said, you got anybody you want to call? I called my grandma Well, and she was like, so well, what you telling me for? I already knew
it. She already knew it.
My pregnancy with Jelani, I went through pure hell. Like I was sick. Like literally stayed up under my grandmother. Like I couldn't take it. I had a choice but between having him or not having him. But God saw fit for me to have him and still make it. I wasn't even supposed to have Jelani. I wasn't even supposed to still be here today. But it still happened. Like Jelani didn't know if he was coming or going. The day I had Jelani, I went in like at 2:30 in the morning. They just charged me at 6:30. I got to the red light at Northside Hospital, and all I remember saying, I know I ain't pissing on myself. Turned back around, they was like, Miss Pless, you might as well just go back in the room you just came out of because we ain't even cleaned it.
Wow.
He still didn't come to 7:30 that night. And it went from there. Jelani was an athlete. He played football, basketball. He ran track. Jelani did almost everything he wanted to do. It's nothing that he didn't do.
So you kept him active.
Very active. He kept me active. He kept me on my toes. Like I was always somewhere. If it wasn't football practice, it was a basketball game or a track meet. I was always there. And every time he did something, he made sure I was focused. Like he wouldn't run the ball, he wouldn't dribble the ball, he wouldn't do nothing unless I was looking at him.
Wow. Wow. Now, Shay, tell us one of your fondest memories of your brother.
One day, I was staying on Bankhead. He popped up at the house. I was in the house asleep, but the girls went to the door and opened the door for him. My oldest daughter, she was about 5 at the time. He came in there. He woke me up and kissed me on the cheek and said, "So I was just stopping by. I just wish I could see him again."
Oh, wow. Now, Tamika, we finna get into another clip. Okay? We're gonna get into another clip. And when we come back, I want to ask you some questions about Jelani, in high school. Because He didn't get a chance to graduate, and he was so close.
He graduated.
Oh, he did graduate. He did graduate.
May 23rd, 2019.
May 23rd. When we're going to come back, we're going to talk about that just as well. Here we go.
New developments on the dangers of so-called water boys. Tonight, the mother of a high school graduate gunned down while selling bottled water is calling on the community to push for stricter laws. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live in Southwest Atlanta. And Michael, this mother says she's pushing for this kind of change because she doesn't want another parent to experience this kind of intense loss.
Absolutely, Linda. It's heartbreaking. They're calling it Jelani's Law. Of course, it is named in memory of Jalanni PLESS, who was in Midtown Atlanta selling bottled water when he was gunned down over $10. It is hard to believe, but tonight his mother is calling on the community to sign her petition and put an end to the Water Boys movement.
I'm pushing to ban it because it wasn't just Jelani's.
From Buckhead to Bankhead, teens and young adults known as the Water Boys are crowding busy intersections where a seller can earn hundreds of dollars in profits in just a matter of a couple hours. But over the last 18 months, this side hustle has proven to be dangerous and deadly. Just ask TOMEKA PLESS, who lost her son Jalanni last summer after he was gunned down over $10. On Wednesday night, she described to us what she calls the worst moment of her life.
Over $10. Can you even comprehend that? I mean,
No, I don't understand. Because he offered the young man half of the $10. But instead of him taking $5, he took my baby's life.
On Thursday, TOMEKA and her family joined forces with supporters of the Buckhead City movement.
Warning, federal law allows citizens to reproduce.
New developments on the dangers of so-called water boys. Tonight, the mother of a high school graduate gunned down while selling bottled water is calling on the community to push for stricter laws. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live in Southwest Atlanta. And Michael, this mother says she's pushing for this kind of change because she doesn't want another parent to experience this kind of intense loss.
Absolutely, Linda. It's heartbreaking. They're calling it Jelani's Law. Of course, it is named in memory of Jalanni PLESS, who was in Midtown Atlanta selling bottled water when he was gunned down over $10. It is hard to believe, but tonight his mother is calling on the community to sign her petition and put an end to the Water Boys movement.
I'm pushing to ban it because it wasn't just Jelani's.
From Buckhead to Bankhead, teens and young adults known as the Water Boys are crowding busy intersections where a seller can earn hundreds of dollars in profits in just a matter of a couple hours. But over the last 18 months, this side hustle has proven to be dangerous and deadly. Just ask TOMEKA PLESS, who lost her son Jalanni last summer after he was gunned down over $10. On Wednesday night, she described to us what she calls the worst moment of her life.
over $10. Can you even comprehend that? I mean,
No, I don't understand. Because he offered the young man half of the $10. But instead of him taking $5, he took my baby's life.
On Thursday, TOMEKA and her family joined forces with supporters of the Buckhead City movement, calling on the community to sign her petition and put an end to the Water Boy movement.
We're calling on Mayor Dickens and Council President Shipman-elect and the City Council to immediately today come out, work together with TOMEKA to get this law passed.
And one more big headline, they did announce $1 million pledge. That is the supporters of this Buckhead City movement, $1 million to support a nonprofit to work with at-risk kids. And quickly just got a statement from Mayor-elect Dickens, Andre Dickens, who was just elected mayor. He said he is ready to get to work. He's willing to work with the new city council to get these kids off the streets, get them opportunities and different internships so that they can be productive members of society. We are live tonight.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I clicked the wrong button. I leaned over, had my finger on it. I'm so sorry. But let's start from the beginning. What happened that day? That day when you woke up that morning?
Well,
Now,
actually,
Jelani lived with you. Did he live with you?
yes, it actually started the night before. Me, Mimi, the other Mimi. I had just met them because her kids was like just all over the place, jumping over my balcony, stealing my toys, pouring stuff over the balcony over me. So it was just like we end up getting real close. So this particular night, they had just been talking. We were sitting on the porch and they were just talking about how cute Jelani was. We didn't even know he was my child. So I'm just laughing. I said, watch this. He's going to come over here and ask me how he looked. He walked over there. He was like, Mom, how I look? I need to change my clothes. I need to change my shoes. I was like, boy, no. He was like, okay, well, I'm going to go out with TJ for his birthday. And I'm looking at him like, no, that ain't you because you don't go out. You're a homebody. If it ain't work, school, or your girlfriend, you're not going nowhere. So he left, and I just had an eerie feeling all that night. And I just kept saying, God, if you're going to take him, let me see him first. I tossed and turned all night.
So
and
you thought something was going to happen to Jelani? Was Jelani in the streets?
Yeah, everybody know that. I can't even. Hey, I didn't condone what he did, but hey, that he was grown. He graduated. He was 18. Ain't nothing I could have told him. I mean, I could tell him how I felt about it, but Jelani was big. Yeah, he won't do what he want to do anyway.
And he graduated from Douglasville, right?
At Douglas High School. Frederick
Douglasville High School. Okay, yeah, I just got it mixed up. Sorry, I apologize for that. But it was Douglas High School. Douglasville High School.
So at 8:30 that morning, I got a knock at the door. I slept in the living room on the sofa. I got a knock at the door, and it was him. I grabbed him. I hugged him and kissed him, told him I love him. Asked him, did he have fun? He said, yeah. He walked in his room. He went to rambling, and he come back, and he's like, Mom, can you put this? He had this book bag on his back. He was like, Mom, can you put my shoes and my other stuff in here for me? I said, yeah. I said, John, where you going? He's like, I'm going to Midtown to sell water. I'm looking like, for what? He was like, I'm $500 short down on a car that I want. I was like, Jelani, didn't you just get paid Thursday and it's Saturday? What are you going for? Then I thought to myself, not going to start an argument with him because I know how he is. He's still going to go anyway. And if something happens to him, I don't want us to be on bad terms. So he was like, Mama, I'll be back.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. He had a full-time job, correct? So was this something he would do on a regular as far as the Waterboy?
On this particular day, he wasn't even supposed to be down there. He's actually supposed to went to work, but his friend forgot to come pick him up. So a friend of mine said her son couldn't go unless Jelani went with him. So that's why he was there.
Okay.
So I put everything in his book bag, told him I love him, and he left. About 9:30, he called me mad because the kids that was with him ended up jumping the rail at the MART station behind him. Immediately the phone hung up when he called me. I thought something was wrong then. He called me back and said it was okay. So at 10:24, he called me back. He was like, Mom, I got a feeling my day not going to go right. I said, Jelani, you got this in your book bag. You got that in your book bag. And you got all this money on you. Just come home. Come home now. He was like, no, I'm going to finish selling this water. And then I'll be home. Can you make sure I have me something to eat? Sure. He said, I'll be home by 3 o'clock. Didn't think nothing of it. I continue to press my shirts because I do customized shirts and stuff. So my phone just kept ringing. But I had left out the house to ask her, did she have something to drink? She said, no. I'm fussing at her like, okay, we just went to the grocery store yesterday. How the hell 12 packs is gone? We get downstairs. I get the call. And Jelani's girlfriend at the time was like, Mika, where's Jelani? I was like, he's in Midtown selling water. She went there screaming. No! I'm like, what the hell is wrong with it? But what's going on? She's like, he's been shot. She said they FaceTimed her, and all she do see is him laying on the ground. He wasn't breathing. He wasn't moving. He wasn't doing nothing. I immediately shut down and went to praying again. God, if you're going to take him, at least let me see him first. One of the young men that was with him, mother came in, and she went to yelling and screaming because I didn't want to move. Like, she's like, "Are you going to see about your son? You just gonna sit here?" So we got in the car. Before we could even get to the exit, we got the call that he was gone. When I got there, they wouldn't even let me see my baby. I had to identify him by his glasses and the tattoo that was on his arm, the only tattoo that he had. It was like it was touch and go. I beat Grady there. That's what pissed me off. I live way on MLK. Jalani is in Midtown, laying there. How did I beat Grady to the crime scene?
I don't understand
Once
that.
I seen Grady walk past me and turn back around, I knew my son was gone. There was nothing I could do. I found out the news was so disrespectful to me and my family that day. I found out from the news that my son was deceased before the medical examiner could even tell me. That's Shay and Jelani.
Wow.
Like, that day broke me. Which my daughter's 17 now. And she was 13 at the time. I had to call South Carolina to reach her. She was on vacation. She had went with a close friend of mine to tell her that her brother was gone. And she didn't take it with her. Like, that broke me. To call his
All you have is them two?
Yep. I didn't birth Shay, but Shay's been mine since the day I first met Shay. I think Shay was about 6. About 6 years old. I think Shay was about 6.
So Jelani was the only child you birthed?
Shay, I didn't birth Shay, but I birthed Jelani and my Kira.
And my Kira, okay.
My 17-year-old.
Okay. Wow. Wow. There is a lot of water boys out there. I'm going to play another clip, and I want to talk about this clip. Here we go.
Jelani can't get his life back. We can't get Jelani back. This officer is still here. So to me, that's unfair. For now, you guys want to do something when y'all didn't do nothing then.
New tonight, a mother is still filled with grief 2 years after her son was gunned down while selling water in Midtown. Now, TOMEKA PLESS is reliving her son's death after the news of a water boy allegedly breaking an Atlanta police officer's eye socket last weekend. Outrage pouring in for the officer from Atlanta City Council and the community wanting something to be done about the so-called water boys. PLESS wants to know why this outrage was not there when her son was murdered.
Something should have been done 2 years ago when Jelani was gunned down in broad daylight in Midtown. In busy Midtown at that. Nobody has spoken out about it for the last 2 years until something happens. Now that this officer has been injured, oh, now it's a big deal with these water boys. It wasn't then when my son's life was taken.
Well, tonight we took those questions to Atlanta City Council member Michael Julian Bond, the most outspoken member on the issue.
My concern was just as adamant then, and I share her concern. It's just reached a tipping point where, you can't turn away from this anymore.
We did ask Councilman Bond if he would sit down with TOMEKA to help bring some relief to the family, the PLESS family, give them some closure. And he tells 11 Alive the meeting between them is long overdue.
How do you feel about that clip, Mika? Because you was very angry on that clip. And I don't blame you. I don't blame him because a human life is a human life, regardless.
Because they made a big deal about it. Oh, he got hit in his eye socket, eye socket out of place. Not being funny, so what? That can be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
He's still here. He's still living. He's breathing. I have to go see my son and talk to a empty space, a headstone with his name on it. They can still see this city official. They still can talk to him. So for you guys to make this news clip or make this breaking news, oh, this officer has been hit in his eye is damaged, y'all are outraged, something has to be done. I felt then, where was this same energy when my son was gunned down in broad daylight? Like literally broad daylight. Just like y'all can see me clear, I can see my son's life being taken. So where was the outrage? Like, what was the outcry then?
Exactly. I agree. We got a question in the audience. It says, was the person that killed her son arrested and charged? Did he serve any time? Can you go into details before answering that question? Because we're going to talk about that too. Can you go into details exactly what happened that day at the incident at the scene?
Okay,
What
hearing
actually
from
happened?
his friends, they was basically like, it was 3 different groups that day. Some selling water, some selling Gatorade, some selling candy. But the lady, the motorist, she pulled up and Jelena went to the car, whatever, gave her 2 bottles of water. She gave him a 10. This young man, Mr. Anderson, just comes out of nowhere, highly upset about it. Because Jelani is new, he feel like this is his territory. So you want to snatch it. He snatched it back. Y'all getting an altercation. Y'all getting a shoving match. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Jelani did have a weapon. When he pulled it, he didn't pull it out on the little boy. He pulled it and put it in his book bag. This young man took it upon himself to call his friends and tell his friends to bring him a gun because he said Jelani robbed him. He didn't tell his friends the truth. Jelani wasn't perfect. I don't put nothing past Jelani. I didn't condone a lot of stuff Jelani did. But I know my child. If he was going to pull something out on you, the shoe probably would have been on the other foot. It would have been him instead of my son. I'm not going to lie, and I didn't come here to sugarcoat shit. And anybody that knows me knows whatever I said once, I can say twice. So I never really understood what happened to a couple of months later when this lady reached out to me and asked me, did I get justice for my son? And I'm trying to figure out who is she and where she come from. It was the exact same person who gave Jelani the $10 and gave me the same story. She said she would never forget his face. She said he was so respectful and humble. She said he walked up to the car. She asked him how much the water was. He said $1. Jelani gave her 2 bottles. She gave him a 10. She said in her peripheral, she just seen somebody just coming out of nowhere, angry. She assumed that the young man was with Jelani. She said the way he was acting, her husband made her pull off. She said she don't know what happened after that. The only reason why she knows Jelani was killed over them $10 is because she doesn't live here in Atlanta and she just came back to look for property. She asked me for the DA's information. She asked me could she talk to the DA because she wanted to help me get justice for my son. Everything that she told me, she told the DA's office.
And Jelani wasn't out there by himself because you said his friends told you.
He was probably about 6, 7 other people.
And they told you the same story that this woman told you.
The same exact story. I knew Jelani had a gun that day. Everybody knows that. I had never heard that. I knew he had a gun. That was the last thing I said to him. But by the case being open and still ongoing, it's only certain things I couldn't speak on. But now that it's closed, I can.
Now there was another, like you said, since you now, Mika, you the one that just said that. You know, you can speak on what you can. Now, there was something that you wanted to speak on. Let me bring Shay back up. There was something that you wanted to speak on that you told me, and I kept reminding myself, don't let her forget, don't let her forget, don't let her forget. And it was important to you. And that was that a lot of people in the streets was saying that he was out there selling the bottled water for you.
Now everybody and their mama, except for a hater, knew good and well Jelani went out there selling Jack for me. Jelani did shit for himself. Jelani, the only thing Jelani did was pay his phone bill. That's the only thing I allowed him to do. To give me anything on was a phone bill. Because that was his responsibility. You want to talk on the phone, you want to do this, you gonna pay that bill.
I know that's right.
Jelani walked out. What Jelani did on the weekend or for a side hustle had nothing to do with me. That man was, to other people, he gave them the word, but to me, he was stingy as hell. Whatever I got from Jelani, I had to give it back. I can borrow $3 right now if he was here. If I said I'm gonna give it back at 7 o'clock, Jelani in my face at 6:59, talking about where his $3 at. Like I am so serious. And whatever I gave him, he gave back, and he didn't have to. It used to irk my nerves to be, oh, he's dead because of me, because he was out there hustling, trying to help and support me. I had more hustles than Jelani. Jelani got his hustle from me. So to clear the air, Jelani was out there because Jelani chose to be out there. Not because it was something he wanted to do. He wanted the car. He said when he got that car, I couldn't even, I had to wait till he get off work. I had to take him to work and couldn't go nowhere else but home. And he was gonna make sure that I was at home until it was time for him to get off. That was his car. Only thing I do is go to the grocery store and the laundromat, and he was gonna have to be right there with me.
That was something that really had bothered you. You know, when me and you spoke on it, you was like, no, I want to make sure I tell this. You know, why did it bother you so bad, hurt you so bad, make you this angry about it? Why?
Because people be on the outside looking in. Me and Jelani did not have the perfect relationship. Me and Jelani had just got back on track the week prior to him being killed. The last conversation me and Jelani had prior to him being killed, he was making jokes about him passing. Oh, when I do this, I'm gonna make a change. I'm gonna go out like a king. I'm gonna do that. And I was like, nigga, shut the hell up. I said, the way you talking, let me start your insurance. I'm gonna start it Monday, but he was killed that Saturday. Anybody that really, really knows me knows I'm not finna sugarcoat shit, and I ain't finna hide nothing. Whatever I say once, I'm gonna say twice. Jelani was out there for himself. He was not out there for me. He wanted that car bad as hell. He wanted a Dodge Charger so bad.
Yellow and black.
Even when yellow and black, he wanted the purple and white. That was Jelani. That's what he wanted. He did what I couldn't fault him for that. He was 18. He did what I wanted him to do. Walk across that stage and grab that diploma for me.
There you go.
Once he did that, hey, you grown now. You come to me for advice. I tell you what I like and what I don't like. You chose to do that. You chose to do that. I couldn't stop him that day. If I could, I would have. They wouldn't have did nothing but start a whole argument with me and my child. So I didn't stop him. But God does things for a reason. He needed Jelani that day more than I did.
Jason, anything you want to say?
You know, I'm taking this in, man, and it's interesting, right? How we speak certain things, and we want to remain positive throughout life, period, right? Because you never want to speak the unfathomable into your existence. And it's just eerie kind of hearing that, from the night before to him being out, that, you guys had that eerie feeling about something that was going, possibly to happen. Now, here's the thing. I live in the north, and I'm in Minnesota, so we get warm weather, but not as warm weather. So me hearing about the water boys is new to me, right? In the stance of like doing it every day and just being outside. Um, when it came down to it being so many other people out there, do we understand or know like why no one came to the defense of like, hey, stop it? You know what I'm saying? We all getting paid the same. It ain't like, you're getting extra XYZs. Did you get any like more backstory about that? Like if anybody could help or had or tried to help stopping that altercation?
I was told that Jelani told the young man, and the young man has even said it himself. Jelani offered to split the money with him, but you decided to still take my son's life anyway.
So it's bigger than that.
It's
To him at least, to that young man at least.
Territorial. Y'all tussled. You lost the battle, so you felt you needed to call your little friends to bring your weapon. Like I keep now it's in public records and the case is closed, and so I keep asking the news and everyone ask for the surveillance footage. You'll see why. You see why I'm angry. My son was on his way home with his friends. You see four young men coming out of the parking garage like they're about to sell water. Then they disappear. Then you see young one man hand the suspect a gun. You see my son putting his hoodie on. He's walking, smiling, on his way home. Next you know, you see my son run across the camera and his body go up in the air. And you see the shooter. That first shot hit my baby in his back to where his organs immediately start shutting down. It pierced his liver, his spleen, his left and his right intestines. Jelani then turned around to grab his gun and shoot back, but his organs were shut down. He let off 2 shots. The second shot got jammed. You hit my baby in his chest, and the bullet took out the top half of my baby's heart. My son dropped in fetal position. You run past my baby and turn back around to make sure he was dead.
Jesus.
I watched my baby shake for at least 3 minutes before he stopped breathing. You left my baby to die in a parking garage where dumpsters were. You left and got on a train. The footage shows you guys dumping the gun and you giving the gun back.
And this young man was 16?
He was 16 at the time, and he just turned 20 yesterday. He turned 20 yesterday and got 20 years for killing my son. I'm not understanding how you go from felony murder to voluntary manslaughter. I don't get it.
Now, there was a clip, Jason, that I saw where a young lady, she was covering the story, and she said that Fannie Willis had her intake on it and felt like that this young man that committed this crime, this murder, that he was from a broken home and had issues, at home issues, and then they took into consideration his age, and that's why I guess he didn't get the life. Now they did try to give him a plea deal of life with parole, but he rejected that. Am I right?
Yep, they
He rejected that.
May 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
He rejected. D.A. Hawkins called me on the 24th, saying that they was going to do a negotiated plea and drop his charges from felony murder to voluntary manslaughter. And I told him that was not okay with me. DA Hawkins told me, regardless if it's okay with me or not, it's up to them to offer him that. When we got to court June 3rd, Judge Adams was like, okay, jury selection starts tomorrow. The defense or the DA's office wasn't prepared, which Judge Adams said they should have been because they knew we was coming to court that June 3rd to prepare for trial. Her words was to handle it. If they couldn't handle it today, we would have been in court doing jury selection the next day. When I saw that young man signing them papers, I knew he took that plea deal. They offered him 20 years for taking my son's life. They gave him 20 years when I was told he'll get at least 30, 35. And to run with the 4 charges he caught while he's already incarcerated.
And you did send over some things.
Then they gave him time served for the 4 years he's already been in there and the first offenders.
Now this right here is the 4 charges. Murder, serious felony, it says June 27, 2020. Felony murder, June 27, 2020. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, that's a felony, June 27, 2020. Possession of firearm during commission of a felony, person of another. And these are the charges that he got for your son, or the charges that he had while he got in there?
For my son.
Okay, this is for your son. Okay. And then we got a few more documents. We'll go to this one right here. Riot in penal institution. Willful obstruction of law enforcement officers by use of threats or violence. Simply battery against police officer, the dog, corrections or detention officer. And what are these? These have since he been in there.
Those are the 4 charges he got while he was in there that they're running. Well, however you say it, with the charge.
Concurrent
charge.
Did they add any extra time for these charges that he's committed since he's been in there?
He basically is just doing time for my son's murder, and the rest of his time for the 4 charges that he called in there, I think it's like 5 years, and the rest of them is on probation.
What you about to say, Jason?
She just said it, so I was gonna say the congruent is what's happening. So that 5 years is running with the 20. So the additional that he did get from the charges was 5 and then extended probation, but that's running at the same time as the 20 that he already received, which is blasphemy, especially with all of these being felonies.
Exactly. And y'all, I did forget to say at the beginning of the show, explicit language and also allegedly, but we got the documents right here in front of us. Okay, we got the documents right here in front of us. Now, what is this sheet about? This is the one with the
how they dropped his charges, and that's the final disposition.
How a lot of his charges got dropped, and that's to the manslaughter, right?
From felony murder to voluntary manslaughter.
This is crazy, y'all. Now this right here. This is the bond
for the 4 charges he caught while he was in there.
Oh my God.
You said he was 16 when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
He had just turned 16 the week prior to him killing Jelani. He turned himself
That's it.
in. He turned himself in the day after we buried Jelani.
That's the law for you, man. That's the law for you.
They charged him as an adult,
Oh,
but he still got a slap on the wrist.
that part. Yeah.
Exactly. All right, y'all. We are about to go into a small commercial break. When we come back, we are going to play our final clip before we get into our tribute for tonight. This final clip, I don't want y'all to miss. Because I know y'all probably missed it already, but being that I know about this clip that I'm going to play, I saw what she had in her hand and she showed y'all real quick. And this is why I have to play that final clip. When I tell y'all, it touched my heart. And I'm glad that she have it with her. And I know she knows what I'm talking about. So, so let's go ahead and get into our commercial for tonight. After that, we will come back to our final clip. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Here we go. Hey y'all, it's your girl the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Hey Poolie. Mwah. Okay, now we got that out the way. I hope y'all enjoying the show. Y'all enjoying the show? I hope so. I'm enjoying the show. Poolie enjoying the show. I'm sure he is. So make sure y'all continue to tune in each and every Friday. 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. Hey y'all, it's your girl the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Thank y'all so much for joining me and Jason tonight. Thank you. And if we got a special guest, thank you, special guest. I thank you for coming, sharing your story. But y'all make sure y'all watch us each and every Wednesday, okay? Each and every Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Where you said? You said where? Roku TV, Facebook, YouTube, and also Twitch, baby. Twitch. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, PGT Time spelled with a Y. And make sure you also follow me on all the other platforms just as well. Thank you so much for joining us each and every Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Back to the show we go, baby. We going back. Bye. Y'all, we are also on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Okay? We are on those platforms as well. I got to redo these commercials. I got to. All right, here we go, y'all.
An Atlanta mother shares her journey of grief after her teenage son was shot and killed over a $10 dispute. Jelani was just 18 years old when he was gunned down selling water bottles in Midtown.
Now, 3 years later, PLESS says the pain still feels the same. She tells our Naima Abdullahi what she wants city leaders and Atlanta's young people to hear in her story in hopes that her son's legacy can change lives.
It's just a lot. It shouldn't be like this. We shouldn't have to remember them like this. He should be here. And the crazy part is, this is his old room.
What was the calendar day that changed your life?
June 27, 2020.
What time did you get the phone call?
2:19.
And since that day, a lot of your habits haven't changed, right?
Nope. I still wake up at 5-something in the morning as if he's here.
What's Jelani's story?
That he was a high school graduate from Douglas High School. He had a full-time job, and he had a side hustle, and his life ended from trying to sell water. All over $10. No parent should have to go through what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst pain ever having to bury your child. Your child is supposed to bury you. You're not supposed to bury your child. And he was my first and oldest. Everything that I put in that backpack that day before he walked out the door is still in the backpack. He bought that last bottle, the case of water. The last thing Jelani bought was a case of water.
That's the receipt.
And this is the change from it. These are his shoes that I put in there.
The one he picked up the morning when he came back.
This is his work jacket that's always in there. This is his Gatorade that I put in there.
The morning of as well.
I think this is actually the one this is the last thing he bought.
Why did you decide to keep all these items?
Because it's the last thing that that's the last interaction we had that day. And then that's the last thing that he purchased.
What would you say to Jelani if he could hear you right now? In the efforts you still push for his legacy.
It's hard. I love him and I wish he would have just came home.
Can I give you a hug?
He knew there was nothing I wouldn't do for him. I just hate that he's not here. I have to go sit at the cemetery like I'm just looking at a headstone.
All right, y'all. This is Jelani. This is Jelani. This is Jelani. This is Jelani. You still have that book back. There it goes. I told y'all probably didn't catch it, but she showed the book bag in the beginning, and you still have the same items in the book bag.
Everything is still in here. I don't even touch it. Like everything is still in here. Everything, his shoes. I haven't even seen everything is still, even the Gatorade.
Even the Gatorade.
They're still in here.
Awesome.
What? Oh, wait a minute. Is it in there? What? Oh, who took it? Chase. Oh, no, it is right there.
That is right there. There it is. Gatorade. Now, before we get into the tribute, there's one thing that we know you was shocked. We know Shay was shocked. Friend, we know you was shocked, friend. And I want friend to speak on
time
this.
it started to the time it ended.
Exactly. And I want you to speak on this next picture as well. I want you and Mika to speak on this picture. And Shay, I want you to speak on it too. This was a picture that you sent me, Mika, that I was surprised myself that you still have. And this has happened many years ago, but you still have this picture. So I'm assuming you still have it. And I'm going to put it on the screen. And here we go.
That there is what really broke me.
I can't speak on that.
I understand.
Because when I went to pick up his belongings, they everything was in plastic. The medical examiner, the police, nobody knew that he still had it. So as I was sitting at the table, she put the bag down and I'm looking and it's like I can hear him say, "Mama, look." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Look at what?" He was like, "Look." So as I'm looking at the wallet, she opened up the bag with the money that was on him. She counted it out. So as I'm looking at the wallet, she was like, "You want me to open it?" I actually see, you know how when men put money in their wallet, they don't push it all the way down. It's like a piece sticking out. And I said to myself, ain't no way in the fuck this is this money. I see it, but how nobody else see it? Some said make her open it, because if she didn't open it and they seen that it was still there, they could have took it from me. So when she opened it and handed me the wallet, I opened up the wallet. That's why I took the picture while I was still right there with the paperwork. So won't nobody think that I actually did it. So when I took it out, I was like, ain't no way in the hell that I ended up with your life was taken over. So he took it, even though it was ripped, and still put it in his wallet. And that was the only money that was in his wallet. The $595 and some change that they gave me wasn't even in, it was in his pocket. So I never and still don't get why was this $10 bill in his wallet. And I ended up with it.
In the wallet. And it's the same $10 bill that they were fighting over.
The same $10.
Shay, do you want to speak on it?
No.
I understand. Well, Mika, we are about at the end of the show. We are about to get into the tributes. Usually we make these tributes, of course for the family, but we also make it for the killers that's still out there that has not been caught. And people know and don't say nothing. But in this case, this is strictly for the family. Me and Mika have talked about the tribute. She don't know what she's gonna see, but one thing that I did ask her today, would it be okay if I put the money, the $10 in the tribute? And she told me yes. So I want to make sure I make that clear, Mika, while we're on the show just as well. So here we go. Mika, I will be emailing you the tribute after the show. And this is for you and your family.
A high school graduate from Douglas High School. He had a full-time job and he had a side hustle, and his life ended from trying to sell water. All over $10. All over $10.
All I hear is raindrops falling from a rooftop. Oh, baby, tell me why'd you have to go? 'Cause this pain I feel it won't go away. And today I'm officially missing you. I thought that from this heartache I could escape, but I've run it long enough to know there ain't no way. And today I'm officially missing you. Ooh, can nobody do me like you? I said every little thing you do. Hey baby, say it stays on my mind. And I officially, it's official. Ooh, you know that I'm missing you, yeah, yeah, yeah. All I hear is raindrops. Ooh, yeah. And I'm officially missing you.
No parent should have to go through what I'm going through. Like, that's the worst pain ever, having to bury your child. Your child is supposed to bury you. You're not supposed to bury your child.
All right. We are back. Thank you all. Thank you. You are in my prayers, Mom.
Thank you.
In my prayers. This is sad.
It's crazy. It'll be 4 years next Thursday.
4 years, y'all. Next Thursday.
Like 2 days before my birthday.
Wow. Now you will be doing an event. You say you do something every year for him. Peachy Tea Time will be in the building. We already discussed it. Let everybody know, what do you do for Jelani every year for his birthday?
Well, this year's gonna be a little different, and it wasn't my idea. So if any of our family and friends are on here, please immediately, as soon as possible, send me any videos, any pictures, or anything that you have, because we will be bringing a screen out on the lawn this year and doing a tribute, doing memories of him, because I have this big old screen, the inflatable movie screen that we'll be bringing out this year. What we do is we just laugh. We do what Jelani would do. Have a good time. Eat. Kids be out, jumpers, kayaking. Just a big old celebration.
Well, we'll be there. Now, Jason won't be able to come because Jason gonna be in Minnesota, where he live at. Where he live at.
I'll
You
be
know.
in spirit. I'll be in spirit.
But he would definitely be in spirit because I am definitely gonna be there. You just let me know the date, and I will be in the building. Can I bring a plus one? Can I bring a plus one with me? From one of my
Bring as
friends.
many as people you want.
Thank you. Thank you. Y'all. Get ready for Audra. Get ready, Audra. Okay? We in the building. We is in the building. We is in the building. I am so thankful to God that I met you, Mika. You are here in Atlanta right along with me. There, I can always reach out to you and say, "Hey, girl, I'm gonna come through." Hey, Mika, you want to come back on the show? Anything like that, you are definitely more than welcome. Me and you have spoken a couple times over the phone before the show, and we have laughed till we couldn't laugh no more. Mika done talk shit.
Yeah, because your ass got me looking like a damn beluga whale on here.
Baby, I posted that video. And
Baby, this video that had me on commercial break. I'm
Friend.
just laughing. I'm like, oh my God.
Friend.
At least I
Let me tell you
undid
about
my
Mika,
back.
friend.
Listen, I'm still trying to undo this back, but it's undid some. I don't, hey, them old
Mika, you look
got
beautiful. You look beautiful.
me on here
Mika wrote on my page like 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes after I had posted the video, letting y'all know that she was coming on the show. She went on there, she said, "I do not like my hair. My hair was not done."
Why did
Oh,
you
then
pick
she said, "Oh Lord, you have chose this video out of all videos."
Had me look so bad. I was, it took me 10 minutes to fix this bun and it's still crooked.
Well, it looks beautiful. And I thank you so much for coming and trusting me and Jason with your son's story. Friend, thank you for supporting her, through all of this, from the beginning through the end, like you said. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Shay, my heart goes out to you, Shay. Shay didn't say too much tonight, but this was hard. This is not easy at all. But for her to come on here, show up, support moms, and be there for her brother, help spread the awareness and keep his name alive. Shay, we love you over here at Peachy Tea Time, and we thank you so much for coming. We really do. All right. Well, Mika, don't forget to tell me when it's going down. Okay, don't forget to tell me when it's
I
going
sent you the invite.
down. Okay. Well, I'm coming. Now, Mika, I always let my guests in the show. Okay. Friend, I see you over there laughing at me. I always let our guests in the show, Mika. So basically, Jason, is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, just basically thank you for coming on, being extremely vulnerable with us. I know that this isn't a difficult thing to always rehash, but it's also allowing the bright and vivid display of who Jelani is, right? And I love your candidness, right? For being 100 with us. Not a lot of people will do that, so you're allowing us to
You're right about
see
that.
authentic, unapologetically beautiful side of you and your family. So we thank you for that.
She was very unapologetic tonight. You know, she told it like it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of families that do that. They come on here, they tell it like it is, and when I tell y'all, I appreciate y'all even more for doing that. You know, because me and Jason, we coming on here. I'm coming on here 4 days out the week, and I'm be honest with y'all. You know, I'm very transparent with y'all, and I ask y'all to do the same. And Mika did just that, unapologetically, like Jason said. So, Mika, we're gonna let you end the show. I don't have much to say. We've said it all tonight. Besides, thank you again, Mika, for trusting me with your son's story. I can't say it enough. And we will stay in contact. Now, Mika, this is what I want you to do. You done said a lot tonight. You done said a lot. We're still putting up the comments. I told you your peoples is out there, baby. They're out there for you tonight. They're out there. But I want you to talk to the gentleman, the little boy that did this to your son. That's what I would. If there's anything that you wanted to say, I want you to say it to him. Now, I'm going to pull all of us off the stage. Only person that's going to be up there is you and Friend, because Friend is sitting right next to you. So that's why Friend going to be up there. But that's what I want you to do. Hold on. That's what I want you to do. And put your finger up. Put your finger up when you're done. Now, Mika already said she ain't got nothing to say. She ain't got nothing to say at all. Nothing at all, Mika. Okay, well, we gonna switch it up then, Mika. Whatever you got to say to Jelani, let's do that. Whatever you got to say to Jelani, now's your time. Because I know he's shining down and looking at you. And always is and always will. So here we go.
You're truly missed. Oh God, Jesus help me. Well, he's truly missed. I love him. I miss him. I mean, like, he was my everything, my go-to, the person I confided in. He was my counselor. He was my doctor when I was sick. I could tell him anything. I just wish that he would listen to me that day I came home. But again, God makes no mistakes. And my grandma has always told me that God rages your storm before he calms you. This happening to me has changed me tremendously. It has made me a better person in some ways. Very humble. Very. Because if I would have known that June 27, 2020 was my last time seeing or talking to my son, I would rather be me than him. And I say this. When the pastor gave the eulogy, his words to us was, and it would always stick to me. He said, God, what should I say? Why? He said, because if I would have took Mika, Jelani couldn't take it. So I took Jelani instead. It should have been me. But he know my baby wouldn't have been able to take not having his mother. I never questioned God. I could never ask him why. It only made me stronger and better for myself and his siblings. I tell people, losing a child, if you haven't lost a child, you can't tell nobody how to feel, what to think, or what to say.
Mika, I just want you to stay on for 2 minutes after I end the show, just so
Okay.
I can talk to you for a hot second. Again, thank you so much for coming on and joining us tonight. I love you. I love you. I love you. And we are about to get into this tribute one more time, and then we are ending the show. Here we go.
A high school graduate from Douglas High School. He had a full-time job and he had a side hustle, and his life ended from trying to sell water. All over $10. All over $10.
All I hear is raindrops falling from a rooftop. Oh, baby, tell me why'd you have to go? 'Cause this pain I feel it won't go away. And today I'm officially missing you. I thought that from this heartache I could escape, but I've run it long enough to know there ain't no way. And today I'm officially missing you. Ooh, can nobody do me like you? I said every little thing you do. Hey baby, say it stays on my mind. And I officially, it's official. Ooh, you know that I'm missing you, yeah, yeah, yeah. All I hear is raindrops. Ooh, yeah. And I'm officially missing you.
No parent should have to go through what I'm going through. Like, that's the worst pain ever, having to bury your child. Your child is supposed to bury you. You're not supposed to bury your child.
All right, y'all. We are out of here. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Don't forget, we are a nonprofit organization just as well, and we got a lot going on. So if there are any families out there that would like to come on the show, just like Tamika did, I call her Mika, just like Mika did, please reach out to me. Reach out to me. The information is below, along with the donations, which is also my email address. My email address. So email me, inbox me, DM me, wherever you at. Hit me up, and your family can be on here just as well. Now, y'all already know what you gotta do. You gotta listen to my babies. Here we go. Bye. We love you, Jelani. Rest in heaven.
Return, please return. Please return. Please return. Please return. Thank you for watching.